please be clear that
Yeah, clarify.
it's moderating your protein intake. Meat, but you don't have to exceed, which means nobody needs more than 6 or 7 ounces of protein in an entire day. So if I'm going to have a breakfast or a lunch, we're talking maybe 2 or 3 ounces of meat on that plate. So
Mm-hmm.
if you were to look at my dinner plate,
Yeah.
say, wow, she must be a vegetarian, because you'd see all these chopped, fibrous vegetables and greens. I don't eat starchy ones, but fibrous vegetables and greens, sprouts, some cultured vegetables on there and whatever else. And and then you look a little more closely and you say, oh, no, I see little bits of meat on the plate. It's sort of hidden in there, but it's there. And oh, it's kind of glistening
Mm-hmm.
because, all of this was cooked in really high quality fats, right? Largely from animal source foods that have a lot of nutrition to them and not just calories, right? Um, and uh, and so in the end, calorically, fat has more than twice or roughly twice the calories per gram of protein or carbohydrate. But if you have a fat burning metabolism, that fat will actually generate up to 4 times more energy than protein or carbohydrate have the potential to do. And so the majority of the calories on the plate are actually coming from fat, even though it's not like the food is floating in fat. You're eating enough fat to satisfy your appetite and to meet your fatty acid and your fat soluble nutrient requirements. And you're moderating the protein intake, you're meeting but not exceeding your protein requirements. And then you're eating all the extra fibrous vegetables and greens for their bulk, both cooked and raw and cultured, cultured fermented vegetables are great for the extra nutritional value they provide. And then the extra fiber is great for providing extra fodder for your internal wildlife. And then you're getting the extra antioxidants and phytonutrients and things like that. But that's kind of the equation that we're talking about. So if everybody were to take the amount of protein, because most of us don't feel like we've been fed unless we're eating it like a steak that's that big.
Sure. Eight 16 ounces. Yeah.
And then we're not just talking about like steak and chicken breasts or something like that. We're talking about what our ancestors did was they ate nose to tail. So we're talking about roasted bone marrow, which is delicious, by the way. We're talking about making a broth from the bones and consuming that as a very, very nourishing source of minerals and glyconutrients that can help with your joints and help with your immune system and help rebuild your gut and all that kind of a thing.